All right, and then he went further. His third position, he said public relations gaffes. Some of your recent comments have been rather disappointing, to say the least. E.g., saying you never heard of or watched Siridesa. Wait, were you expecting the coach to lie? Or saying Kevin Akpogoma wasn't in your plans? Or even was saying you invited Onazi to pacify everybody? Seriously? I have followed Nigerian football for 4 decades, 40 years, and I've never heard a coach say such things. Highly disappointing that the NFF technical director and interim chief coach of the Super Eagles, you need to unapologetically own your decision. The buck stops on your table, period. Thanks again, and best of luck against Ghana. God bless the Super Eagles, Ben A. Coach, you know, that position, I was surprised when I saw Onazi. Onazi is my friend. I like him. But I was shocked. Onazi on the standby list. I thought this guy had retired. But then, in my own football school, I also believe that the gaffer is the final arbiter. He's the one that have the final say. So I left that to you. But all of these things, you need to answer this question.
You see, God bless that guy too. Because he said, God bless Super Eagles, God bless him too. Now, for someone to say, Austin Eguavoen said he invited Onazi to pacify, did you hear it from my mouth?
Good.
That's not true. That is not true. How can I say that? Somebody who doesn't even have educational background will not even say that. At least I went to school a little bit. How am my position? You think I will open my mouth to say that to the entire world? You started this program by saying there are people who are in support of my Eagles coach. There are also people who are also not in support.
True.
Maybe these are one of the people who doesn't want to talk as a coach. Believe in my brother. There's no way I will open my mouth. Stories have been twisted that Eguavoen tries to pacify. It's not possible. How on earth will I open my mouth to say that? Inviting Onazi, yes, I have my reasons. Experience Cameroon captain. Where is he playing?
Abubakar, Saudi Arabia.
Good. Onazi is on a standby, and we're making a whole lot of noise about it. Onazi is not even starting. Onazi is not even in the 23 yet. He's not even coming to camp for whatever reason because he's on standby. And then you think I will now open my mouth and tell the world that I invited Onazi or listed Onazi on the standby list to pacify. It is not true. I never said anything like that.
You know, Coach, before we go into this, the beauty of this, I had a chatting conversation with somebody on Monday on this very talk. And the guy was like, hey, Daffy, you always defend the coach because you are on his payroll. I said, don't worry. Coach would defend himself when the time comes. I know the man who he is an erudite communicator. He would explain himself. So I'm happy that you've responded to this. And there are some people who also believe that your selection was influenced by powers from above. Like the next question coming from Hybrid 10. It's your brother, it's your little brother. He loves you. This one loves you. He said, hello, coach. Thank you for your service to the nation. He's sending this message all the way from America. He said, I am learning from another source, Colin Udo to be exact, who stated that he was told by a source, another source told us, another source, that there is interferences in your selection of your players, as 2 players in the team were selected from higher up. This is very concerning for me as a fan because I want the coach to be the sole decider in player selection. Can you please confirm or deny this claim? Thanks again for addressing my question.
No, nobody from the higher office or hierarchy selected anybody. No. I've told you from the beginning of this program, I asked my somebody to send their list. And they did. And then from this whole thing, I was able to pick up the ones that I wanted because I have the final say. Nobody from a higher end there. No way.
Right, that's a very good one. And going forward, anybody who have 2 questions, I will only take 1 question from you so that I'll be able to touch other people on this process. Okay, so this is coming from Timothy. Timothy Akinyomi from Lagos. He says, it is becoming so worrisome, the standard of referee officiating in the continent. One can only conclude that team of effort and tactics is not enough to win games in Africa. Was there a platform to discuss this with CAF after the AFCON? Was this even discussed during your ongoing CAF management training? Do you have a plan to manage a very big, to manage a very bad officiating match? We had that in the Nations Cup against Tunisia, where the officiating was bad. So I guess that's the reason why this man is saying this.
Yeah, referee matter. I don't want to go in. You know why? Because the year, I think yes, October 1993, just before the World Cup. No, after the World Cup.
No, before the World Cup.
Before the World Cup, and I got into, I wouldn't say a fight or confrontation with the referee, and I was suspended for the entire season. So from that day to today, I've decided whatever has to do with the referee, I stay clear. So I let my club chairman, in this case, I'm coaching the club, to handle that. So I don't.
All right, thank you very much. We seem to be having a little bit of a network problem, but I'm going to go to the next question. This one is coming from Fisayo Oshibodu. He said, are you open to switching from the 4-4-2 formation when we are playing against a team that stacks the wings and defend deep, like Tunisia did in the AFCON? How would you switch formation? I don't think coach would answer this one. Coach, please, I don't think you need to answer this one because you already answered it with the Tunisian game. The team changed formation multiple times. And in the second question, he said, are there any attacking midfielder, either in Europe or in the MPFL, that you are currently monitoring or looking to invite in the near future? If there are, could you name 2 or 3 of them?
Very good question, because like I told you earlier, I don't want to tell people what my 100% plan are or is. You know, it's kind of fortunate. Yeah, that's why I went around the league, here and abroad. But the system that I like to play is to look for a player, 2 offensive midfield player who can run box to box. Well, we used to have late Oliha and Mutia Adepoju. If I can find those type of 2 players as we speak today, your formation will change. You have to plan your team around what you have, your strength. That's how you have to plan, how you're going to prosecute the games. So if I could find a player in the same caliber of Late Oleha and Mutia Adepoju, our system will definitely change a little bit. But however, what we have right now, we will see how we can modify and try to see how we can prosecute these games.
Coach, invite me. I can play like Leah. You never see me. You never watch me. I can play like that too. Give me invite. I'll come and prove myself. Wallahi.
So, why I went to a lot of league games. I went out there to check, even when I was in Europe, but I have not been able to find one. So when people think that I'm turning my eyes away from some kind of player, it's not true. There's a particular thing that I'm looking for in a player that I haven't found yet.
All right, this one is coming from Mr. Certified. He said, under Genetra, we had a video analyst that would always have videos on the opposition players. Do we have a video analyst right now? Do we have someone whose job is to scout the strengths and weaknesses of each of the invited players of the opposition? Do we have that right now in the Super Eagles?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Who's that person?
So we do.
Okay.
We have Dr. Terry, we have John Eguavoen, and we are still trying to get one young boy from England as well now.
Okay. So guys, you've heard that we have video analysts. You just don't know.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.